Dear Santa, I've been a very good person this year. Hey y'all, it's Brody, and today I'm here to spread some holiday cheer, I guess. I'm not really a huge winter, Christmassy, Yule person, but I'm getting into the festive season this year. I have my sweater on, we have hung our stockings. Here is our tree that you can't see that well. This is a video request from my friend Steph, who basically asked me to do a video where I, talk about, the top 10 books I want for Christmas, and I thought it would be fun. Obviously, I want to do a disclaimer, and even though I shouldn't have to, because we shouldn't have to do disclaimers, but, disclaimer, do not feel obligated to buy me anything. Do not feel obligated to buy me anything. Do not feel obligated to buy me anything. That's my 1/16 white showing. I can't clap to the rhythm. My Amazon wishlist is always linked downstairs if you want to buy me a present, but please don't feel like you have to. I understand people have financial needs. The holidays are tough on everyone. I won't be able to buy that many people Christmas presents this year outside of the ones that I have to do, so I totally understand. There's no hard feelings. This is just a fun video. Number 1 is Aphrodite Made Me Do It. I can't remember the author's name off the top of my head, but I believe it's Tristan Mateer. This is half poetry, half art book from the point of view of a poet and Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love and beauty. And I saw Heather from Aphrodite Reads talking about this book, and I was immediately interested, because if you don't know, I am a practicing pagan, and I work with Aphrodite, and I think that this book would be a wonderful way to devote some time to, her as a goddess, and being able to feel a little closer to her. I have been wanting to do more, reading devotional works, and devoting my reading to my deities and my practice, and but that's a topic for another video. If you want a video where I talk about my witchcraft practices, let me know, because that could be really fun. But yeah, this is a really beautiful half art book, half poetry collection, and I would really love to own it. Oh shit, I can't talk today. Book number 2 is Cicada by Sean Tan. I feel like my life right now is in a big transition. It's the end of the year, it's the end of a decade. I am going into a new year, a new, work year, and this is my first entire year living on my own, doing my own thing, away from my family, and it kind of feels like this year, 2020, is going to be a rebirth for me. So I've been vibing a lot with cicadas lately. There's also cicada jewelry and cicada pins and stuff on my wish list. If you want to see the stuff I'm currently interested in, go check out the wish list. Don't buy me anything, just go check it out. Anyway, Sean Tan does some very unique art books, and I was looking for a cicada enamel pin, because I collect enamel pins, and the book was the first thing that came up, and I was like, holy shit, there's a cicada weird avant-garde art book thing that is also apparently about a cicada in the workforce and depression, and I don't know. Sean Tan, like I said, all of the books that I've ever seen are weird as fuck, but I really want to own it. Number 3 is kind of a polarizing book. I desperately want a copy of Handbook for Mortals by Lainey Sarum. I want to be very clear with you. I can't see, so I'm leaning in. I am not going to like this book. I want to read it because I don't believe in making an opinion about a book without reading it first. And I want to have an opinion about this. And if we're being really honest, I want to do a reading vlog for it. So if you want to see me do a reading vlog for BookTube's most hated book, it's on my Amazon wishlist for like $4.99, I think, $5.99. Number 4 is the Pokemon Adventures Manga Volume 4. I have read the first 3, I read them earlier this year, and I really enjoyed them. If you don't know, I'm a huge Pokemon nerd. Have been since I was like a year old, and the anime debuted on, in the US. I remember watching the very first Pokemon anime at like a year old. Like the very first episode, I watched it. So yeah, I really want to get more into manga, and I feel like Pokemon is the easiest way to do that because it's already a story I'm familiar with. Speaking of, if you have any manga recommendations that you think that I would enjoy, let me know in the comments because I'm always looking for them. I feel like I would really like Death Note too, and I know Cardcaptor Sakura I want to read. Sailor Moon. I think there's one called I Hear the Sunspot. Like, there are some that are on my radar, but right now I am very into wanting to finish the Pokemon manga. Number 5 is the Bromance Book Club by Alyssa K. Adams. This was, like, floating around. Everyone's heard of this book by now, at this point, I believe. It's an adult romance book about a baseball player who finds out that his wife has been faking orgasms their entire marriage, and she wants a divorce. And he ends up becoming a part of, like, a secret book club with a bunch of elite men who are going through the same problems, where they read romance novels to figure out how to please their significant others. This sounds really cute and really stupid. And I love that. As Mina reads, I think I will link the channel down below. I'll link the video down below. I watched the video, I really enjoyed it, and it made me really want to read it. And I have almost picked it up for myself so many times at Barnes & Noble, and I just keep putting it down. So, that would also be one that I would be interested in doing a reading vlog for. So, if you want that to happen quicker, then... Number 6 is We Sold Our Souls by Grady Hendrix. This is purely a cover issue. I'm not an edition person, I'm not. But my thing is, why would I spend money on the paperback when I don't want the paperback? I want the hardback. I know that the story is still the same inside, but also, like, the aesthetic is a lot nicer. And, yeah, I don't know. This is purely a cover. This is purely a cover thing. I want the hardback, and I'm not interested in the paperback at all. This is kind of shitty, I guess, but whenever a book is prettier, I will more than likely read it quicker. Also, I prefer hardbacks in general because I like to carry my books around with me in my bag because most of my day is spent out of the apartment. And paperbacks will bend and tear and get damaged easier than hardbacks. So yeah, I forgot to mention what this book was about. This is a supernatural occult horror novel about a former band who flopped and the lead singer went solo because they made a deal with the devil. Number 7 is Taproot by Kizzy Young. This is a soft, queer graphic novel about a ghost and a gardener, and the gardener can see the ghost, and it's like a soft romance, and there's also, like, evil in it. It sounds a lot like mooncakes, and we all know how absolute trash I am for mooncakes. So yeah, I want this one really badly. I think I first heard about it like 6 months ago, and immediately I was like, add to wishlist. And it's been in my cart for so long, and I just haven't bought it yet. I don't know what's wrong with me. Next is a book that I have already read, but I won't buy myself a copy of, and that's Our Bloody Pearl by D.N. Bryn. I tried to buy a copy of this, and I don't remember what happened, but long story short, I couldn't get my copy. And the author sent me a free digital copy for review. But I've talked about this book so much, and I love this book so much, and I want to do Bookstagram photo shoots, and I want to have a physical copy of one of my favorite reads of the year, so I can hold it up and flail it around and talk about how fucking cute the relationship is. I can't recommend Our Bloody Pearl enough. Next on my list is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. It follows two employees at the same office, I think it might be a law firm, who are always trying to one-up each other. And then, like, at the office party, something a little steamy happens. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I have talked a lot about wanting to get more into adult romance, because it's not that I dislike young adult romance, it's that I feel like I want things to be a little sexier and a little steamier and feel a little more high stakes than, you know, the standard what I read. Like, I am your employer. I'm not interested in that. I want two people who are on the same level, who are working toward the same goal, independent of each other. You know, I want, like, that rivalry that apparently The Hating Game has. I've heard so many amazing things about it, and I'm really excited to read it. So, and the last book on my list is The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. Funny how we started with number 1 with a book from Heather, and we're ending with a book from Heather. Go subscribe to Heather if you haven't. She is my queen. Anyway, The Gilded Wolves is a young adult fantasy novel set in, I think, 1889 Paris, France. And essentially what happens is an artifact is needed, this magical item, and a bunch of ragtag misfit characters go and find the artifact. I know it also has a lot of really good representation of a bunch of different marginalized communities, politically intriguing quest fantasy with, like, morally gray characters and ragtag friendship groups. So this, I think, is exactly that, and it would be perfect for me. I really regret not picking this up whenever it was first out, so I couldn't get into the hype, but I feel like, thanks to Heather, it has received a resurgence in popularity. So, appreciative of Heather for that. If you've read any of these books, let me know down in the comments what you thought of them, and if you think I'll like them based on my reading taste. I keep bumping into the tree, I'm sorry, it's so pretty. Comment question of the day, let me know the one book you would like to receive this holiday season. I am really curious, and also I get some of my best recommendations from the comment section of my videos. So, let me know downstairs. I hope you have a wonderful whatever it is, wherever you are. I will see you next time with another video, and if you're my boyfriend, I will see you tonight when you get home with Taco Bell. Alright, I love y'all, and I will see you next time. Okay, cool, bye! The holly jolly Christmas, it's the best time of the year. Oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. I can't sing either. I don't know. I should do a Christmas caroling album. That shit would slap.